p.m. So 2 a.m. is when it came out of Epic exclusivity. What it basically is, using firearms, using firearms, magic, and there's some Souls-like elements. There's some rogue-light, rogue, roguish elements, and there is extraction shooter elements. And now we get the 6 classes. And did I know how many classes there were? Roughly from trailer information, but trailer only focused on, I think, the Slayer. Strong, heals quickly, has the stamina of a much younger man. Fearless in battle, what lesser men mistake for anger and rashness. Cutting fighter with a steady hand and no ego. The mission is the only thing that matters. Everything else is to me distraction. Some people would say that's right up my alley from the ego perspective, and again, I'd be right. I do have a bit of an ego, but I don't have an elitist ego. I'm thinking hunter. Finds twist delight in wielding witchcraft to dispatch the witch-made abominations. Agile with a talent for close range combat. Yeah. Warning, not recommended for beginners. Yeah, probably. Though we are about to hit an ad in about 40 seconds, so we will delay. We're just going to quickly look at. So I can look at choices and go back. So we'll look at the penitent, etc's choices, starting gear, stats, on and go to each character. We'll come back from our ad break. Just now. Oh, and we were muted. Anyway, sorry, I didn't realise we didn't have our game capture set up properly. So, we do now. Just making sure we got our video settings right. We may need to drop the graphic preset, which is mostly on Ultra, except that I've dropped shadows down, reflections down, bloom, chromatic, depth of field, and motion blur off. We've dropped our audio down a bit. We'll drop that down to 40. So I'll shut up while you have the intro. Main complaint I see on Steam is this needs to be multiplayer, this needs to be co-op. Guys, I've got news for you. Not every game needs to be multiplayer or co-op like this. Sometimes it's better to just for it just to be a single player. Get over it already. Just saying. So we've got what you didn't see is you didn't see the 6 classes. We've got the Butcher, the Hunter, the Slayer, the Shadow, the Saint, and the Penitent, which I recommend, not good for beginners. So the Butcher starts with an auto rifle. Eats bullets, boosting damage or igniting enemies, and a bittersweet nightshade. When low on health, any damage taken makes the finish release a powerful shockwave. And now we can see what the 6 stats are. So the vitality, if not for the witchfire in your body, will be long dead. Adding even more to your blood makes you able to withstand more damage before disintegration. So that's Constitution? Maybe? Studying the magic allows you to heal more efficiently. Whatever this is, a source, powerful healing elixir or edible mushroom. You can do things, great endurance, you can do things no regular humans can, like short distance teleports. Increasing stamina allows you to execute it more often and with more ease. Witchery, the more you study witch magic and open your mind to its esoteric truths, the faster your body is ready for another spell. Goodness knows what they were spamming, but don't spam. Probably saying, probably either advertising. One was someone just came in either advertising or probably came in to say, the game's shit, stop playing it. I haven't played more than 1 minute of it yet so far, dude. Back off. Metanoia. So the Witchery, I didn't know what that stat was, and the Metanoia, I wasn't sure what that stat was going to be. So we have an auto rifle and a fetish. Hunter's got an auto rifle that hits bullets. You've got an auto rifle that ricochets among marked enemies. It is found among which is Ash's critical shots on full health. Enemies ignite them. So you're not focusing on witchery. You're focusing on witchery a bit more. Surprise, surprise. Of course, you're going to be focusing on witchery. Dash after a kill reloads and boosts the gun. Pretty nice. Shadow's got more witchery than... That's interesting that Shadow's got more witchery than Slayer, yet we're all going to focus on bullets. So you start level 1, you start at 6, you start at 6, you start at 5. I reckon, even though we weren't going to look at the names and what they did, we weren't going to go with the Saint, but I think we will go with the Saint, even though the Shadow and the Hunter are probably going to be more my focus, to be honest. So we'll go with the Saint first. That's pretty. I'm not going to lie. To increase the power of the Book of Serpents, we need kills with item equipped and second Mysterium incantation. To increase the power of that, 50 enemies hexed. We've got the Arcana, so we've got the Prayer. And yes, for people who question it, yes, that is a word. Get over it. Arcana, to my knowledge, is something that runs is not permanent. Let's just go with that. I've got a whole host of shit to unlock. Please dash. If just run. So yellow made down the bottoms your endurance. Interact with the prayer sigil to learn how to fight the witch and her minions, or figure it out on your own. Had the whole day down. And rest beyond their limit, the vile creatures fall since have fled them in that moment, which by enslaving them rendered doubly vulnerable. The audio's a bit off still. Feel a bit off. Bear with me while we get this right. R3 is a demonic weapon. Hey there, Corito. How you doing? Okay, cues the flasks. Demon soul flasks, that's fine. So F is the heavy spell. Spells also consume stamina. So spells, running, jumping. Use all spellcasting ability by damaging and killing enemies to absorb the witch fire. Every mistake, like getting hurt by a trap, feels a calamity bar. Ooh. Can we just say my calamity bar is going to be full 99% of the time? Just saying. Just saying. I expect the calamity bar will be full 99% of the time. I'm alright. Been up way too long, but that's okay. We've only just started going through this now. Just following the tutorials at the moment. And stamina is at max. You are in focus while in focus. Dash while looking at an enemy. Place their soul sigil, shoot it before it disappears to stun the enemy. Taking damage resets a bonus. Stamina and removes focus, but both can be restored by killing enemies. Look at the enemy and dash. Oh, I think I said what I was meant to hit. Ah, it's not necessarily at the enemy. Ha ha ha. It's a bit of a mixed bag. Some people are arguing that it's not in the falling into the categories. Some say it is. Been on Epic for the last 12 months. It dropped on Steam at 2 a.m. our time. So, after being 12 months exclusivity, was it in early access all that time on Epic? It's still in early access. It's a little bit pricey. Was it about 55.66 Australian? But guess what? Baldur's Gate 3 was very expensive for early access. I feel like this game is done by developers who aren't known. Guess what? None of the developers that worked on this worked on Outriders. And also Painkiller. The guys who worked on this did Painkiller and a couple of other games. So is this by a company who doesn't know what they're doing? No, it's not. It's a company that's got some pedigree. But basically, it's got some roguelite, it's got some Souls-like, it's got some extraction all built into it. Because for you to build up your rogue, there's kind of like a currency that you're picking up called Witchfire. Now, if you die once, you lose all your Witchfire. So that's the Souls-like component, so you've got to go back and get it. But if you die a second time before you go and collect the first slot you lost, you lose that first slot and you lose the second. But of course, you've got a chance to get the second lot back, but the second lot might not be that much left. But as to the roguelike light part and the extraction part, go hand in hand. If you don't leave before you're about to get your ass handed to you, there goes all your currency for building your levels up. Or building your talents up. Yeah. As to the story, it's kind of there, kind of not there at the moment. They're still working on it. I think they know what the story and the campaign is going to be, but they're kind of still fleshing it out a little. I think they wanted the gunplay and the magic out first, and then build around it. But I will go back to the main menu now that you're here, so you can see what the class. So you can get a bit of information on what's happening. So I'll let you watch the intro. Few scenes of still images and intro will tell you more than I can actually explain about the story base. Okay, basically, so you've got an idea, but think of it as something similar to Remnant from the Ashes with a mixture of Vermintide, but it's single player. And that's where most of the rage is coming from on the Steam forums. It needs to be multiplayer, it needs to be co op. No, not every game needs to be multiplayer and co op. Shut up. Shut up, kids. There's nothing wrong with a single player game. Get a life. So, much like, I guess, Remnant from the Ashes, instead of 3 classes, you got 6 to play with. So going to Butcher. Butcher starts with a Midas auto rifle, which heats bullets, boosting damage or igniting enemies, and a bittersweet nightshade fetish. When low on health, any damage makes the fetish when low on health, any damage taken makes the fetish release a powerful shockwave. Your vitality is your HP, obviously. Your healing is your healing ability. Your endurance is your stamina. Your witchery is your spell casting. Your metanoia is connected to your witchfire. I don't understand what metanoia is yet. And luck, the chance of, I guess, you're finding better quality gear. So that's the Butcher. Starting level 6. Then you got the Hunter. Starts with the Ricochet auto rifle. Bullets ricochet among marked enemies, and their fetish or their relic. A tooth found among the witch's ashes. Critical shots on full health enemies ignite them. So good at getting crit headshots. You can set them on fire. Then you got the Slayer, who... It's a toss-up between the Slayer and the Saint as to which one is the... In theory, the more magic user. But the Slayer starts with the cricket machine pistol, which you dash after. So when you dash after a kill, reloads and boosts the gun. And the spell, fetish, whatever, a lightning bolt that knocks back and shocks enemies. But if you think that's the spellcaster, that's kind of the spellcaster though. But when you read what the Shadow does, the Shadow says, I respect witchery, witch fire, and witch magic, but screw that. I'll just let people with a bullet from afar. But they've got like one of the highest witchery levels. Critical hits hurt all enemies inside the all-seeing eye. And the light spell or shockwave that stuns nearby minor enemies and exhausted major ones. And then you got the Saint, who's very low on witchery. But they get a ricochet auto rifle, bullets ricochet among marked enemies. You got the Vulture crossbow, fires a difficult to satiate arrow that actively seeks the next target after wounding one. The Ice Spear, which is a heavy spell, and the Book of Serpents, which is a powerful animal disguised as a grimoire. Anyone who hurts its owner is cursed with decay. And then you got the Penitent, which they say, don't play this character. If it's the first time you're playing this game, do not play the Penitent. It's all they start with is a hand cannon. So, kind of the hunter is the sniper. And the shadow is kind of a sniper, but kind of not. But there's no, you can't really say someone's a sniper, someone's a healer, someone's a magic user. It's not exactly that clear. Because if you go on witchery and metanoia being the magic user, you got 6 and 8. You got 8 and 13, which is not great. 15 and 7, which is also not great. 16 and 15. 9 and 9. And 9 and 15. So, in theory, Shadow's likely to be the more magic user, yet my take on the Shadow is he's the more rogue assassin. That's just my guess. But we're going to go with the Saint again. Because all these guys start at, apart from the Penitent, they start level 6, level 6, level 5, and level 6. And I want to feel for stuff at level 1. So you have your, so to level your weapons up, you have got targets. So to get the extra power, the ricochet, you would kill 25 enemies. To get the ice spear upgraded, you got to hex 50 enemies. To get that relic upgraded, you got to kill 150 enemies with that equipped. But when you look at each of their stats and their gear can't. If it's anything like Remnant from the Ashes 1 and 2, the starting gear actually won't matter a damn. It probably won't matter a damn. It's just a matter of what you want to start with. So the Arcana is basically each section of the game is broken up into small sections, but like, and you see me play Gunfire Reborn, they're like, each section is like a run. So what stuff I picked up in Gunfire Reborn, I only had for that run. Arcana is the same thing. Whatever Arcana you get offered, you only have for that run. You then start over with your Arcana next run. So we've got the map, of course. We've got the workshop, where different things unlock at different levels. Like a close range weapon, such as a shotgun, you're not going to see that till level 5. You're not going to see medium range weapons till level 5. And so on. Long range, 5. Demonic weapons, which we'll talk about in a second. Level 5, level 3, level 8. Level 20, level 13, level 15, level 10, level 20. So you got back the unlocks. Now, where that was talking about a demonic weapon, that's a demonic weapon. The third weapon slot, which uses a very different ammo They use a very different ammo to that one. So we can mouse over and you can see exactly what each of the stats does. So vitality is HP. Healing is how much you heal from elixirs and mushrooms. Endurance is how much you can dash. Your Witcher is the knowledge and mastery of spells. Your metanoia is ability to absorb witch fire. So if you think of metanoia being the, if you think of it from a D&D 3 third ed up to 5th ed tabletop perspective, metanoia is like wisdom. It's wisdom and will save is what it is to me. Is kind of what metanoia is. It's wisdom and will save. It's like, yeah, you're going to deal a shit ton of magic damage to me. I'm just going to soak that bitch up. Thank you. I don't care. Where your vitality is like, yeah, more vitality I've got. Yeah, I don't care. So metanoia is going to stop you. Going to be like your magic resistance. Your vitality is going to be your physical resistance. Well, roughly. So, and you have additional powers will be available in the future. So right now, I've got a maximum health of 90, healing efficiency of 38, not great. Healing duration, slow. Max base stamina, lowish. Stamina regen, but put it this way, you're going to get most of your stamina back in as 1 and a bit seconds. So that's not too bad. Your dash length, not far. But then again, you shouldn't be dashing. Dash is never meant to be a long distance. Spell recharge speed, not bad. Bone switch fire, not bad. And then you got your healing elixir. You got your demonic ammo, which is for the crossbow. You got the standard ammo for your other weapons. So that's, whoa, I don't want to fall out there. So that's, what did we have weapon-wise? Oh, and that's the other thing people complain on Steam. There's no such term as the word prayer. You might want to get a dictionary, kiddies. There is such a word as prayer. You can use prayer, you can use hunter, you can use predator, you can use killer. They all mean the same thing. And guess what? People also complain about they misspelled prayer wrong. They said it should have been Prayer. No, guys, that's for someone who prays. That is, and a prayer with an E is someone who hunts. And you're a witch hunter. Yes, not a mistake in spelling. So we've got an auto rifle and a crossbow. So that's what the auto rifle looks like, and that's what the demonic crossbow looks like. And as you can see, it's giving you tooltips. Your V's, you're told what your dash is. And as you can see, I'm not dashing very far. But someone complained also, why if you if you're crouching, dashing, why don't you slide? Why do you only slide while running? Because dash doesn't take you very far, and running is meant to take you very far. So the slide's actually pretty good, actually, as you do got to hold shift down. Is there a way to turn dash on? No, there's not. No, there's not. Oh, yes, there is. Run action is a toggle. Where you can change that to a toggle. So we're just going to go through the tutorial. Follow the action lines to recall what it means to be a prayer. Go for options, tab for menu, M for map. And if you jump, there goes your stamina bar. Also, if you run, there goes your stamina bar. But as you see, how quickly I got all my stamina bar back. One and a bit seconds, I reckon, give or take. So, oh, and that was one other thing people complain about. They complain about iron sights. People were being complaining left, right, and centre. Oh, and they were also complaining about, what was it? Oh, if you bought the game on Epic, you should get a free key for Steam. Guys, the real world doesn't work like that. If you bought the game via one storefront, doesn't mean you're entitled to it for free on a second storefront. If you didn't want to buy it through Epic and you only wanted to play it via Steam, you should have waited. Just saying. And now we've got basically melee attacks. You got a light spell. No, that was not the light spell. Light spell is that if I actually had a light spell. Which I don't think I do. And hold if you've got a heavy spell, which again, I'm not sure I do have a heavy spell. I do have a heavy spell, it's the Ice Sphere. That's kind of cool. And this is where I'll start failing in the game. Let's be honest. Calamity. Every mistake, like getting hurt by a trap, fills a calamity bar. When full, the witch casts a powerful calamity curse. Light the calamity directly or destroy the catalyst. A giant witch fire vortex powering it. Guess what? We know how good I am as a gamer. We're never, ever going to have the calamity bar full 99% of the time, are we? No, not ever. It will always be 1% full. Yeah. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? The calamity bar will never ever be full when I'm playing. Right, Corito? So the soul sigil is actually not on them, per se. That's interesting. Alrighty. Well, we're gone through the tutorial. A note from a hermit. And as to the graphic settings, I've not got an FPS meter up at the moment. I'm assuming it's playing nicely. But what I've got is DLSS unbalanced. I've got everything on ultra except for things like shadow quality and shadow render distance, reflection quality, bloom, chromatic aberration, depth of field, and motion blur. But you'll have to do let me know what the but there's too many FPS skips. I'm not seeing any or not noticing any. So I'm assuming it's performing okay at the moment. You cannot comprehend this magic required. Level 3. Wah wah. This is actually I don't know, I'm finding it a pretty beautiful game though. And that's with knowing that we don't have it as stuff on full blown maximum graphics. This error is currently unavailable. And that just starts me a new expedition, which otherwise known as runs. If you want to call them runs. Ah, oh good. Well, when you get a chance, let me know how with the graphics are a bit too choppy or the audio's a bit too loud. I have been running of late Nvidia's overlay, but I've turned that off for a while. I found that's been what's been crashing my test drive. Oh, that's the Ascension Shrine. Right. That's how we get our stats. Oh, good. There's only a few things I've dropped down a bit, and that's things like, shadow quality, shadow render distance, reflection quality, bloom, chromatic, depth of field, and motion blur. And the last 4 or 5 of those, never given a toss about them. And that's where we equip our gear. And we can enchant gear. Well, that's interesting. Not comprehend this magic required level 7. GG. Required Gnosis. Gnosis level 2. Oh, god damn. We'll wait till we come back from the ad break. And we're back. As to what you said about NBA, people just complain about games because they can, and they change something that someone doesn't like, therefore they'll rage. I said people complain about the word prayer in this. People complain that it's not multiplayer. People complain that this was done by nobody developers. And they're not nobody developers. By my understanding, Painkiller was pretty successful. The game called what was it? Ethan something was also pretty successful, and that was done by the same guys that did this. And supposedly Outright, some of the people behind Outriders were behind this. So I'm not sure how people claim this is a no-name company. Yeah, I'm just. I think I'm just giving up on people's opinions on the game. All right. You can travel there, but it will be. You can't travel there now, but it will be possible in the future. Possible in the future. So there's two areas that aren't there in early access. That requires Gnosis level 2. That requires Scarlet Coast chart, which we have not found. That's on Island of the Damned, which is Witchfire gains 100%. And I can't travel there now. Actually, those two may be available, actually. I don't know. But it looks like we've got basically Isle of the Damned or Isle of the Damned or Isle of the Damned. Yeah, exactly. But the guys behind Witchfire are just called, the developer and publisher are the same company, but they're called the Astronauts. But the Astronauts were behind a game called The Vanishing of Ethan Carter were also behind Painkiller. I don't know whether Painkiller's on Steam anymore. It is. And Painkiller was done by People Can Fly as a developer. But I believe if People Can Fly did Painkiller, I think they're the same. I think Astronauts. I think the Astronauts are the same company. I think. Let me just look that up. Okay. The Astronauts company. The Astronauts is an independent Polish video game developer based in Warsaw. It was formed in 2012 by Adrian. I'm not going to try and pronounce his second name, but we're just going to say it was formed in October 2012 by Adrian, Michael, and Andre, who had founded People Can Fly in 2002, but left that studio in August 2012 and it was wholly acquired by Epic Games. There you go. Same devs behind Painkiller, same devs behind the Ethan game, and we just crashed. So, sorry, The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. So they're behind The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. They're behind the Painkiller series. Therefore, they're also partly behind Outriders. Yet, they are a no-name publisher. Guys on Steam banging the shit out of these devs and publishers. Do your goddamn research, jackasses. So yes, it is the same company. Well, some of the same developers at least. So, again, yes, people are being jackasses about the game and saying it's a it's a publisher that no one knows anything about. Oh, and the people who bagged them, so when someone raised that they did Outriders, they're like, yeah, Outriders was a complete failure. I'm like, in whose eyes was Outriders a complete failure? Oh, I'm thinking an YouTuber by the name of LS probably considered a failure, or a few other game reviewers are considered a failure, but guess what? A lot of people didn't consider it a failure. Sorry. Alright. Investigate the tower or acquire resources and escape back to Hermitorium. Now that objective is where the extraction shooter stuff kicks in. Because if you stay there too long, think of it like, the incursion in Suicide Squad Killing Time. If you're staying killing time too long, and let's say you're staying killing time on hardcore too long, and you die, you lose all your progress. Same thing here. Stay in here too long, you are going to lose your progress. So, gotta know when to cut your losses. That's what extraction shooters are. Oh, and that's something else people have complained about this so far. The map doesn't change. It's static. But there is something that does change. Enemies change. As you go up levels, you get more variation of enemy types. I don't say you're playing zombies per se. Maybe. But you got to know when to leave. And the bottom line is you don't have to kill everything. You can just go around looking. But of course, you are going to have limited ammo if you don't go looking for ammo chests. So, and there's a supply key, which you kind of need. And there's our first Arcana. We'll go with Witchfire clusters, I think. But this changes each time. All this changes each time. Oh, ammo doesn't seem to be that small amount. Hello, woodsman. Holy shit. I think I just took a shit ton of damage then. Damage boost for spells and weapons when stamina is fully drained. And do I know where the hell I'm going on this map? Absolutely freaking not. Should be using my magic a bit more, actually. That's a portal out. We're just going to take the portal for the moment. So, if I died before getting to the portal and I couldn't get the wishfire back, I would lose all that wishfire. And I did no events and no chests, but that's okay. I needed to test it. I needed to not see how chests, etc., unlocked. Or portals unlocked. But now, now. So, we needed 2,500 witchfire to upgrade a stat. Well, that's kind of annoying. I need 2,500 volatile witchfire. Also annoying. And we ran out. Interesting. Not bad, not bad. Oh well, we know how the extraction works now. We could have stayed there probably a good 5-10 minutes longer, at least 5 minutes longer, but we needed to test it. We needed to test it. We still haven't unlocked that. Oh, because we need white feathers to unlock it. I haven't worked out how to get white feathers yet. Oh, wow! So the arcana is going to change each time. Yeah, we're very, very, very hurt right about now. Not looking good. I think I need to change dash to something like alt. Yeah, we'll do that. Assuming we can change keybinds. We might not be able to. Oh, we can. That's helpful. Now that becomes our strafe. This is going better now that I've changed the couple of keybinds around. Decay never wears off, and after the regular damage phase is continued for a small damage. And there is an ammo chest. Feels very smooth. How I'm surviving this, I do not know. I will take it. Extremely dangerous area. Let's not go there. Is it a waypoint? Nice. That's kind of helpful. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Was Gnosis. High level Gnosis, basically. Look at those buildings. I have no idea. All right. Oh, it hasn't exactly been an issue so far. Now I know what the Angelica looks like. Didn't really have a tutorial for that. Controls. How? How? Even make it across to that? They're going to kill me. That's going to kill me. That is so going to kill me. Nothing to see here. And that's what happens if you fuck up. I just lost Oh, my witchfire. And now we're back to square one. Don't try and dash over that sort of chasm. Bad idea. Bad idea. The witchfire I had from the first run and what I built up for the second run both went kaputski. Yeah, that's going to go so well. Yeah, that went fantastically well. I might just be able to get our witchfire back. If we die, we've lost 7.5k. Yeah, I'm actually going to be okay with these. I use the dash as a strafe. I can run that like I run it in gunfire, and I'll probably be okay with that. Oh, we've got that Angelica, thank you. Although we can use it. Not yet anyway. And there's our wishfire back. Now don't die. And we're not going to try and make that jump this time. Why? Because we're not silly enough to do the same thing twice. We are not that silly, boys and girls. Yeah, I've got that. I haven't quite got that down pat, but we're definitely getting there with it. I think we kind of know exactly how to pull the dashes off now. And be very, very effective. Well, maybe not that effective. Two gold. Whoa. Whoop-dee-doo. Two gold. I'm rich. I'm rich. Highly dangerous area. Yeah, that's probably not a good idea. That's 4. That's 5. That's 6. That's 7. That might be time for me to leave. Don't have a lot of HP left. Don't have a lot of HP left right now. Let's just leave. We upset someone then. Just a little. We did 2 chests out of 7. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll just take baby steps. Baby steps. Okay, you can go back to the tutorial at any time. That's nice. I like that little addition there. This is fun. I think we're going to stack some HP. To be honest. So that has just unlocked kind of stuff here. Nice. We got elixirs to go now. Very, very nice. We've now got a little bit of survivability. Little bit of survivability, boys and girls. Little bit of survivability. Not great survivability, but survivability nonetheless. Ah, so we just spent pushed vitality up 3, but it makes everything else is now 4200. So stack 1 stat, yeah, it's so that healing to go from 9 to 10, sure, it's going to be very expensive to push up. That's kind of okay though. What is that actually opening though? That's a question. What is that actually going to open? Oh, we can actually upgrade the ricochet. Yeah, baby. Ching. So now to get rank 2, gotta kill 75 enemies. Very nice. What did that just open? What did I just unlock? Is the bigger question. So I've got a couple that are locked behind Gnosis 1 and 2. Ah, now I can study Gnosis. Each time you try to inspect the tome, something pulls your gaze towards a specific page. Gotcha. 12,000, see the Scarlet Ghost shipwrecks. So that's how we get the Gnosis stuff unlocked. That's cool. Do we actually know what Gnosis actually is? I don't think we do. And there you go. As I said, the Arcana just resets every run. Visit the workshop mirror in the hematorium. We don't have access to that yet. Gotcha. I like this. And I kind of suck at this sort of game, but I actually like it. weirdly enough. We need the mirror unlocking next. Yeah, it just you're just not going to advance quickly. Ultimately, it's just a slow build-up process. That's all it is. Just a build-up process. One, two. We haven't found three. Oh, we have found three. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7. Don't know what the tower is about. I don't necessarily think I really want to go near that. So because I hit that portal, my spawn spot now can now change. I hadn't been using been making a mistake. I hadn't been using the ricochet. Right, is it a shotty or a rifle? Rifle. I hadn't been using it with the ricochet at all. That was my mistake. I'm gonna die. Don't have a key. Found a chest, but I don't have a key. All the mushrooms are on the ground. I've got to start looking for them too. Are kind of not exactly obvious. Oh shit. Whoopsies. Okay, maybe I'm not as good at not going as well at this as I thought. Ah, oh dear. Maybe not going as smoothly as I thought. Definitely fun. It's definitely fun. Ah, definitely going to have to play this more. I didn't mean to shoot then. I don't know that I would play this class though, to be honest. So, yeah, I can leave it there. We have been streaming for God knows how long. Almost almost a day. We will come back with um either Starfield or Witchfire tomorrow. Basically, I think we'll I think we'll probably go away from. I think we'll probably try the so-called rogue or hunter. I think we might just mess around with a few different classes, find out what class we actually like. Though I think if it's, I still get a feeling the starting class possibly doesn't matter as much if it's based around our starting class work in Remnant and Dark Souls. So, but we'll, but I said, but we've been up way too many hours, streaming way too many hours. But we'll be back with something tomorrow. Even though it's only 10 to 10 and it's very, very early for me to crash out, but still, I probably need to crash out and get some shut eye. Um, but despite what people are, it's got pretty positive reviews, which was got pretty positive reviews on Steam. But there's also a lot of hate for the game in the forums, and I feel like that hate is very, 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 very unwarranted and unjustified. But then again, people just like to hate on games if it's not their style of game. One person who did bag Witchfire, I looked at the games they played on Steam. They bagged Witchfire because ultimately Let's just say, and their post got deleted, or they deleted their post. Ultimately, Witchfire is not the style of game they like to play, yet they still bag the crap out of it. So, I guess put that in perspective. Because to me, if a certain game is not your game's type, not the genre of game you play, don't comment on it. Don't say you hate the game. Of course, you're going to hate the game if it's not your style. You come off looking like a complete and utter ass. Let's be honest about that. But we will be back. What is it? Probably won't be up early morning. I'll probably be up late morning, early afternoon, and what's it? Either be Starfield, or it might be Witchfire, or might go back some driving in TDU, or pulling some cars apart in Car Mechanic. I don't know. We'll see how we go. See how we feel. What game we feel like playing does vary. Until we are next back on, as always, take care, stay safe, be well. Bye for now.